Hey guys, welcome back. So today I got a lot of odds and ends on the red MR2 that I want to button up. I have an issue with leak, so we're going to take out the rear glass today. I'm going to fix and put together the trunk area, and I want to finish up the front. So a little bit of odds and ends, nothing critical, but I figured I'd take you guys along for the ride. So let's get started. Well guys, we're back with this car trying to fix. We went from rust issues to leak issues. So now I have this entire rear driver's side quarter glass out. I fixed the leak on the T-top, so far it's not leaking. Did the method where we use some sealant and built up the rubber so it doesn't leak, because it was leaking here and it's running inside of the car down the pillar right here on both sides. So far that is fixed. And then I had a leak right here, so right in the spot we had water coming in and going in here, which kind of explains why this driver's side floor rotted out, because essentially water is leaking in the front over here, water was leaking in the back, and it all sat on the floor went away. With that said, here's where we are. So as you can see, glass is on. Now look at this work. This is, I don't know why you would put sealant in that format, just kind of looped around here, and then some areas are missing. I tried to fix it without taking out the glass, and it just kept moving the leak further down, and I just said, you know what, I'm just going to do it properly. So I took the entire glass out and I have it here, and now I have to get some sealant, whatever the proper sealant is, to clean this up and put that glass back in. And I figured while I was at it, I bought some trim to go around this piece. So the black rubber trim that goes along here, that was not on the car. So I bought that, and I figured, okay, let me take this off, because again, the paint was cracking. It looks like they painted the car with it on. Yep, they definitely did, because you can see right here it's not painted. So I'm gonna try to sand this, polish it, do whatever I can to make it look better. And here it is, okay? So there it is. If you're curious how this thing comes off, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I go back over here on the other side. So basically 5 studs, and they have these little nuts. I guess if it's OEM, you just basically put a 12mm in there from the inside of the car. So you would head up inside, and up in there, you just look, you'll find access holes where you can remove those. I want to say they're plastic, hard plastic nuts, and then there's a section here where it clips in. So 2 clips right here, and then as I showed you, 1, 2, 3 right here, and then 2 more on that side. Pull those nuts and then just kind of pull it up. You would have to unplug the light, which is right here, and it comes off. So we're back, again, making this car better every day. So I'm going to find some sealant. I'll try to show you guys how to install it. By the way, this glass comes out very easy. 3 10mm, 1, 2, 3, and then there are 3 Phillips head screws here. Pull those, and in my case, the glass just pulled right off. Didn't even have to cut it off or anything. It just came right out, which maybe that's the reason why it was just leaking. I don't know. Never pulled one out before, so I can't tell you what it should look like, but I know for sure it should not be leaking, and it was. So stay tuned. This video is going to be all over the place. I am going to fix the glass. I'm going to fix the rear trim, and I'm probably going to head into the trunk, get that box out of there, and I have a little trick I want to show you guys how to replace the hard board that comes OEM on these, which is under the trunk liner. So I'm going to show you a very inexpensive way. As a matter of fact, if you look over there, that piece of wood on the leaned up against the wall, that's what we're going to cut to look like the factory piece. Well guys, it's the next day, and I finally got some parts to put this window in. So I cleaned up the area. If you remember, it was filled with that hardened glue that they use, or whatever they were using there. I don't know. I don't think they used the right thing. So what I got was this thing over here. And it's like some type of glue. I'll put a description. Forgot what it was. Got it on Amazon. But basically, it's very similar to what is on the, you know, when you remove your door panels and that plastic film that's covering the inside of the door card, like right in here, behind here. So what's gonna happen, that never gets hard, and it's gonna go along the edge right here. And then we're basically just gonna put the window down, screw it in, and that should seal it. At least that's what I've read online. So I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on. I'll show you what that looks like before I put the glass on. We're gonna bolt it up, and then we're gonna put it out tomorrow with some water and see if this thing leaks. If you're curious, where does the glue go for this window? Because I was like, do I put it, you know, the fact that I took it off and it was just random, I have no clue where the proper glue is supposed to go. So does it go here? Does it go all around here? And I was guessing, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna put some around here, but I've looked at my manual, and sure enough, there it is. So it does tell you it goes around here. So no glue goes on this triangular section in the back where the louvers go. So I thought this would be useful for anybody who's doing this. So now I'm gonna go ahead, apply the glue per the manual, and then we're gonna put the glass in. So I did a little bit more research, and it actually appears as if you put the butyl tape, that's what it's called, butyl tape, onto the glass itself, because that's what, you know, otherwise if you put it on the body, then you're not sure where it's gonna fit on the glass. So just put it on the glass as I did here. See, it's all around here. And I did it exactly the way the manual says you're supposed to do it. So now we're gonna put it on, and I'm feeling pretty good about this. I think it's gonna work. So now I'm gonna throw it on the car. And just like that, we have a glass back in again. So it went pretty smooth. Basically I just slipped it in, it just went into place. And then I put the 3 screws in here, and then went on the inside of the car. There are 3 10mm nuts that are used to hold the glass in as well. And as you can see, it seamed up really nicely. So I'm kind of happy I did this instead of trying to stuff caulk in or sealant on the inside, which I did try, but it didn't work. So I feel pretty good about it. Let's hope I have better luck than my oil pan that's still leaking that I have to fix. But so far we got the side window done. I will test it with some water tomorrow. And if all goes well, then we're gonna go ahead and start putting the interior in and trunk panels in and just keep moving ahead. So window is fully installed. I got the little triangle back on. Tested it, it does not leak. So good news on the back glass. We're good there, it doesn't leak there anymore, but we're still having some issues on the front. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I think I'm gonna be able to solve it pretty quick soon, hopefully, but it's not going easy. What I did find out was that the adjustment on the glass itself was off. So there's a gap right where it hits the T-top. So I adjusted the door just to bring it in to get closer to the T-top. That helped a little bit, but I'm still getting some drainage right around here. So that's right at the corner by the pillar and the glass. And I'm gonna put some RTV. I've seen those videos online where people try an RTV, so I'm gonna try that next. I did try that before, and I ended up taking it off because it didn't, I think it kind of got deformed when I covered it up. But again, I'm just gonna try it again and see what happens. So now I also took this rear trim off and put this rubber liner that was there, that was missing. So I got that replaced, came out pretty good. And as you can see, the car is shining because I did use a high-speed polisher to go over it. So it came out really, really nice considering, you know, the age of the paint and what this thing looked like before. So really looking good. And today, or this is a couple of parts on this video, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the trunk. So we're gonna get the liner in. So that's a trunk. Again, no more holes, everything is nice. And what I'm gonna use is, if you guys have MR2s, you know there's a wooden underlayment that goes under the liner here. Normally there's a padding, like something like that. Then you have a piece of wood, and this one, obviously, I don't remember if I got the cart one, but if I did, it was in bad shape. It was probably wet and destroyed. So I bought this at Home Depot, and this is pretty much the same material. This is under 10 bucks. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it and fit it in. Again, it's a small detail, you don't have to, but you know me, So I'm trying to get it done right. That is actually one of the pieces that goes in the corner. We're going to also remake that, and it actually fits right over in here. So if you put anything back there, it covers up that area. So without further ado, let me go ahead. I'm going to use my multi-tool. This is actually my favorite tool. I bought this because I was sanding the car, doing the body work, and let me tell you, that tool came in really handy. You can put sanding blocks, cutting disc, a whole bunch of stuff. And I've done this piece of wood before. I used a Dremel, took forever, didn't go too well because I don't have a jigsaw. So I think this is gonna give me some precise cut. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is the old piece that was in the corner, so I cut the new one as you see here. And what I'm going to do is just put this over. I'm going to drill these out, and then we're going to rivet this back onto the new piece so we have a factory look. Nice little rivet job. So again, just doing a little bit OEM look finish. Again, guys, this is, if you check your MR2, these are probably destroyed. And if you're trying to keep this thing as original as you can, or if you just like little projects like this, under 10 bucks, not a bad way to do it. So I think this goes in right here. And I have no idea what the purpose of that is, but whatever, that's how it came. And then the other piece that I cut sits in nice and flush right here. And I guess is if you throw stuff in your trunk, it doesn't hit the metal. So maybe you don't chip anything or whatever, it just absorbs the shock. So yeah, looks really good. And again, most of these, they are covered in oil or grease. They stink, they got wet, they're full of mold. So just a nice way to update the car. So now I'm gonna go ahead, throw the liner in that was cleaned, and button up this trunk. So from a box of parts, we are now getting the car back together. The box is empty. A lot of pieces I had taken off or out. I took the opportunity, I finished up the frunk. So that's looking sharp. And I've installed my charging system, so I don't have to remove the spare wheel every time I have to charge the battery. So this is my NOCO adapter, and basically I use it. You've seen, if you follow my videos, you've seen me do this as one of the 8 cool things to do on an MR2, because charging the battery on these cars, you got to remove the spare tire to get clamps on to charge it. So I just wired in that kit, so I just plug it in and we're good to go. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. Very small, quick video. Nothing too major happened today, but it's nice to do simple things, and this is kind of stuff, just little projects. Actually, I enjoy this more than the bigger projects, but yep, that's it for today. I'll catch you guys on the next one.